isolating JoJo Siwa's new song that she just posted and showing you exactly where she auto-tuned everything because I can and I want to.
Why is this happening? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I have seen so many TikToks of people emulating what JoJo's doing on this song, and this is a very famous song. This is a massive #1 from the 1980s, and it's just a very confusing move. And you can't talk about this pivot without acknowledging the celebrity aspect of JoJo Siwa right now, where she was out and loud and proud last year, now is in a heterosexual relationship. Good for her, happy for her. But the visuals for this looks like she's stuck in some kind of retro-futurism version of a 1950s housewife.
JoJo Siwa just embarrassed herself in front of the entire internet, and the fallout is unreal. What was supposed to be a bold new music era turned into a viral disaster. She tried to rebrand, to reinvent her image with confidence and edge, but instead, she gave the world something no one asked for. A cringeworthy, auto-tuned cover of Betty Davis Eyes that left fans speechless. And not in a good way. Her voice didn't sound powerful. It sounded broken. Like auto-tune caught the flu and gave up mid-recording. But that's just the beginning. Visually, things weren't much better. In the music preview, JoJo looked like she time-traveled into the wrong decade. Picture this. Retro curls so stiff they could bounce bullets, fire truck red lipstick, and a pearl necklace that screamed PTA meeting. Instead of rock star glam, she looked like she was about to serve meatloaf at a 1957 church potluck. The aesthetic wasn't edgy, it was confusing. It gets worse.
Next thing I'm gonna do is bring the song into RX, which is basically like Photoshop, but for sound. And in there, they have this really handy tool called Music Rebalance. And basically, I just turn down everything that's not the vocals. So drums, guitar, everything else. And this is what you get. The yellow lines are the harmonics in her voice. And when you look and listen at the same time, it's really easy to tell what's been auto-tuned. Can JoJo Siwa change pitch that perfectly and quickly? I don't think so. Do you hear that little warble and then that arc in the yellow? Yeah, that's auto-tune. This last part is such a doozy. I'm circling the auto-tune parts with my cursor so you know exactly when to listen for it. It's just not how the human voice works. And then basically this whole last part is also auto-tuned. This last note is a perfect example because look how flat it is. It's almost impossible to hold a note that perfectly on pitch. And if someone can do it, I just feel like it's not JoJo Siwa. Anyways, I was feeling kind of messy, so on that note, I hope you enjoyed.
Fans were immediately thrown off. The vibe, unhinged, the delivery, robotic. She took a smoky, soulful 80s hit and dipped it in a bucket of Instagram filters. Then she squeezed out the life with enough pitch correction to crash GarageBand. One viral comment said she sounded like a haunted Furby in distress. Another compared it to a vape dying mid-puff on a roller coaster. Here's where it really explodes. Even Kim Carnes, the original artist behind Betty Davis Eyes, subtly clapped back. Without naming names, she posted, "There's a difference between singing a song and embodying it. Authenticity makes music timeless." Translation, stop butchering classics. The shade wasn't even subtle, it was ice cold, and fans picked up on it instantly. Her comment had more soul than JoJo's entire cover. Now here's where it gets insane. Trying to steer attention away from the disaster, JoJo pulled a TikTok stunt, a round of 2 truths and a lie. She posted, "I've never smoked a cigarette, I'm pregnant, this song drops Friday." That's when TikTok detectives came out swinging. In another unrelated clip, her boyfriend Chris Hughes had his arm around her and his hand brushed across her stomach. That's all it took. In seconds, users were zooming in like it was JFK footage. It spirals from here. Comments exploded. "He touched the womb portal. Confirmed baby Siwa coming this fall." And Reddit? Full of baby theories with zero evidence.
How is it that this person and this person are the same? Granted, I'm all here for artistic evolution. I'm all here for artists taking on new risks and trying different things. But this is a great example of something that didn't need to ever actually come out. I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know what you think.
JoJo sounds like, I don't know, a kid born in the 2000s trying to sound like somebody who made music in the 80s.
So she sounds like exactly what's happening.
She sounds like somebody I would see singing on a cruise ship at karaoke.
And karaoke, they weren't even hired.
Well, it's just, I mean, I didn't dislike the song. I think
it's not terrible. I mean,
I struggle with JoJo because I just feel like she needs to pull herself out of the limelight for a bit and grow up.
Yeah, same.
But I don't think there should be a ton of hate or vitriol because of this cover.
Give me that, give me that.
It wasn't even about the music anymore. It was full-blown conspiracy mode. The internet didn't just run with it, it sprinted. Just wait until you hear this part. Finally, JoJo responded, "The pregnancy claim was a lie. But then, because she can't help herself, she added, "Wait, I have smoked before." So now the lie is the truth, or the truth is now the lie. Fans were spinning. No one knew what to believe. Her game backfired and turned into a social media circus, and it gets even messier. To top it off, she dropped a teaser for another original track, and it was even worse than the cover. Her vocals sounded like someone trying to belt while chewing gum. The guitar? She strummed it like she'd never seen one before. It looked more like a prop than an instrument. One viewer commented, "Is this performance art with Stockholm Syndrome?" And sadly, it kinda was. The real chaos starts here. Even her own fans couldn't defend her. The top comment under her Betty Davis Eyes preview, "Is this an anti-smoking PSA?" That single joke had more likes than the video itself. JoJo didn't just miss. She torched the entire target and lit her credibility on fire. This is where it all falls apart.
It's not the singing that's off. Just how much she's changing her, like there's no identity, artist identity. In the artist world, you talk about like, what is the artist's identity? People clown on Benson Boone for not being authentic, but he's a lot more authentic than JoJo Siwa. Are you kidding me? Like, she goes from doing like the karma stuff and being on this whole thing about being a badass and like, I want to just wreck things and make things chaotic, to just flipping into Betty Davis Eyes.
I don't know. JoJo, I say just move to Tennessee and like become a country crash out. I think that's where you need to be.
I don't get it.
We hate JoJo Siwa because her life is just an episode of Glee. When people say this person was written by Wes Anderson, or like this person was written by Sam Levinson, she was written by Ryan Murphy. Children's pop star to mask lesbian to straight trad wife, that is a Wednesday for Artie. Like today she is a trad wife, tomorrow she's gonna be singing I'm Still Standing while in a wheelchair. Like, we all thought Glee was unrealistic, but look at her. She's Glee. She's what Ryan Murphy was saying. Like how people shit on her for like not being original and how like she only does covers. She's in Glee. Of course she's doing covers. Trad wife is just her arc in this season of Glee. Thank you.
You have a hidden talent. Keep it hidden. That was an actual comment, liked by thousands, sitting right under JoJo Siwa's new music teaser. Brutal? Yes. Deserved? Also yes. But here's the wildest part. She just kept posting like it never happened. No pause, no reflection, just more chaos. At this point, it doesn't feel like a misstep. It feels like her entire strategy is to rage bait her way onto the Billboard charts. But things were about to explode. JoJo even had the audacity to claim she invented a new genre of music, not pop, not rock. She called it gay pop, like she just discovered a rainbow inside a Spotify playlist and slapped her name on it. In her words, it's like K-pop, but gay. She referenced Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, even claimed JoJo Gaga is already there. Yes, she put herself in the same lane as Freddie Mercury and Elton John. Here's where the mask falls off.
No wonder JoJo Siwa completely transformed into the traditional wife in her music video. 3 details hint that she might actually be pregnant. JoJo's new look is striking, as she wears an elegant white dress paired with wavy curls, creating a soft and family-oriented vibe, a stark contrast to her previous style, especially the overlooked details in the music video, which further fueled a speculation that she might be pregnant. First, she wears a pearl necklace in the video. Pearls are often associated with the essence of life in some cultures, symbolizing the birth of new life. Additionally, she incorporates a teddy bear element in the music video, which is typically a toy for infants. What's even more noteworthy is that JoJo reduced high-energy dance moves in the video, instead standing quietly and singing, as if avoiding strenuous movements that could affect her health. This seems to explain why Chris Hughes often gently holds her waist, as if protecting her and the baby in her belly. In fact, JoJo has openly stated that she has dreamed of becoming a mother since she was 12, and if she is indeed pregnant, it would help her dream come true. While JoJo has not publicly confirmed her pregnancy, these changes and details make people speculate, and everyone is excited to see her and Chris start a happy family life.
What are 2 clips that give off the same energy?
All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes.
The dot, daddy diver, then on the daddy dot, made a David eye.
This is like calling yourself the creator of pizza because you melted cheese on bread. The delusion is next level, and it gets worse. She bought the rights to a song called Karma from another artist, then pretended like it was her own groundbreaking creation. You can't claim to be a trailblazer while shopping your hits from someone else's playlist. The drama only gets deeper, and now she's changed again. One week she's licking props on stage. The next, she's dressed like she runs a baking blog from the suburbs. Curls, pearls, and casserole vibes. People are calling it the wildest pivot since Miley Cyrus went from wrecking balls to Malibu sunsets. The difference? Miley could actually sing. JoJo's trying to sell nostalgia, but it tastes like cardboard. This next part, straight up wild.
She calls my balls. She must love it.
I will not just.
All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes.
All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes. Betty Davis eyes.
And she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes. All the boys think she's a spy. She's got.
Then came the bombshell that ripped through her brand like wildfire. Rolling Stone published a brutal expose on JoJo's girl group XOMG Pop. Behind the glitter and stage smiles was a shocking reality: overworked kids, emotional manipulation, and disturbing power dynamics. One girl reportedly danced just weeks after spinal surgery. Another described grueling rehearsals and emotional breakdowns captured on camera for ratings. Brace yourself for this one. They weren't just working hard, they were being pushed past the edge. JoJo's mom, JoJo Siwa, is accused of being controlling and verbally harsh. But JoJo herself, not innocent. Reports said she could be nasty too. Cold, dismissive, willing to make kids cry just to boost drama for her show, Dance Pop Revolution. And then came the bombshell.
But whatever, she's young, she's having fun. If it's fun, just go with it. JoJo turned 22 in May, and Chris, a former Love Island contestant turned TV presenter, is 32. While speaking to E! News Today, Chris Hughes reveals that JoJo gave a nickname to his pair down there. He says, she calls my balls Jimmy and Timmy. And I apologize for you now having to think of JoJo Siwa, the ponytail queen, the Dance Moms alum, having, doing the deed, getting nasty, riding his D. If she's seen his balls, she's seen his taint and every bit of him. And Jimmy and Timmy are very on brand for JoJo. Remember how she previously said that she wanted to name her future children, her yet unborn kids, Freddie, and twin boys Eddie and Teddy? Freddie the girl, Eddie and Teddy the boys. Chris was reminded of this in his interview and said, she must love the rhyming lingo within her life. Chris is not so sure about those names though for future kids. He says, I don't know about those names. I have names that I like. I'm still kind of undecided on them. We'll work it out for sure. It might end up being something we have to pick names out of a hat for. Why did he share Jimmy and Timmy with us? Why? I don't know why, but thank you. All right, my fam, thoughts? Let's discuss everything in the comment section.
The very machine that built JoJo is now being exposed as toxic. Her own mother, who launched her into fame, is being accused of turning other kids into glitter-covered robots. All while JoJo reinvents herself every 3 weeks like nothing's happening. But this time, the damage is real. Her brand isn't just messy, it's collapsing. While she chases viral attention and rewrites her identity on TikTok, the cracks are spreading. And behind every wig and wardrobe change, there's one undeniable truth: the empire is crumbling.